Hello again, my name's Gabe Zollner. One of my viewers was kind enough to send me what I believe to be a rather interesting link. I'll attach it, you're not going to have to look for it. The title is Homeland Security Digital Library. And what it does is it shows you a number of our presidents. And if you click on the picture of any one of them, you'll see the executive orders. Not only the titles, but what they're all about. And the one that's obviously of interest to me, and should be interest to you, is the ones written by Barack Hussein Obama. Now, you want to ask yourself this question. We know that he has had more vacations and more expensive and more elaborate vacations than any other president in history. But it isn't about the amount of money. It's just about the amount of time that they take. Now, how could any single person put together 1/10 of these executive orders? So the question that you have to ask yourself is, who's really running this country? Well, I believe that in Obama's case, it's the czars. He has czars, I don't even know how many now. The last count was like 37 or 38, and that was 4 years ago or 5 years ago. So I have no idea how many czars he has. But each one of these czars, they go look for things to try to force upon the American people. Obama couldn't possibly come to any of these on his own, or very few, if any, on his own. And that really applies to all of the other presidents as well. Once again, if you click with your cursor on any one of the photographs, you'll see what they've all written. And in Obama's case, well, you know that none of them benefit the American people as a whole. You're going to benefit certain groups, like his immigration memo. You know what I heard today that's really interesting? I can't recall who said it. It was one of the guests on Fox News. I don't get to watch a lot of Fox News. I'm too busy making videos. Every once in a while I'll walk by the TV, and I do leave it on, and I'll hear something, and I'll go talk about it. But anyway, what they were talking about is The Chosen One. Yeah, and they were talking about his immigration memo that he signed. And they were saying that the numbers that Obama is using of 5 million is way, way on the low side. They think it could be around 12 to 15 million. Now imagine what that's going to do to the piggy bank if each one of them gets $30,000. And a number of them receive Section 8 housing. And a number of them get welfare. And I'm sure they're all going to get Obamacare. Who is going to pay for all that? You can't. There isn't enough money. But China can. You see how he's going to drive that 18+ trillion? Well over 20 trillion before the next election. That's if there is a next election. If you've been watching me for quite a while, you know I don't believe that there will be another election. And if there is, he'll be a candidate. Take a look at all of his idiotic executive orders. Try to determine how many of those benefit the average American. I'll help you with that. None. Absolutely none. But then what would you expect from a radical, extremist, Islamic, homosexual, Muslim, Arab? You're getting exactly what unfortunately you voted for, not knowing what you were voting for. He said hope and change. You don't have any hope. And all you've got is the change.